Hey guys, Mike here. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to play Greatsword in less than 5 minutes. Alright, so if you played Greatsword in Monster Hunter World, you already know how to play Greatsword in Monster Hunter Wild. Okay, the end. Bye. But in all seriousness, Greatsword in Wilds is pretty much the same as Monster Hunter World, with a few additions. The main Greatsword combo chain is Draw Slash, into Strong Charge Slash, into TCS. Now, generally you don't have enough time to do TCS, so for most encounters with a monster, you're just going to do Draw Slash and Strong Charge Slash. So the issue with all of Greatsword's attacks is that the recovery on them is very, very slow, so what you want to do is roll and sheath to get out of it faster. This allows you to defend so you don't get hit. So what you can do is roll in one of four directions. So after you attack, you can roll forward, you can roll sideways, or you can roll backwards. And then after you roll, you sheath. So roll, sheath, all of that right there is much faster than just letting the whole sword animation play out. This is a very important aspect of Greatsword gameplay. Now, one minor note is that the forward roll is actually the fastest to get you back into neutrals. Always try to roll forward unless there's a situation that demands that you roll side to side or backwards. So if we do the forward roll cancel here, you can see it's much faster. Additionally, Wilds has something a little bit different. Additionally, this might be new to Wilds, but you can actually, there's some tech here. I'm going to give you some super secret tech here. If you want to do a 180, which is very common because you're rolling forward, you want to turn around very quickly as possible. When you roll and sheath, you want to hold the control stick in the opposite direction and your character will turn immediately, do a very quick 180, but you have to be holding backwards. So it looks like that. So that allows me to do really neat stuff like I can attack, forward roll cancel, draw slash attack, roll cancel, etc, etc, etc. Alright, so the capsule feature of Greatsword is the charging, and in this game the charging is pretty much exactly the same. There are 4 levels of charge. There's no charge, white charge, orange charge, red charge, and overcharge. The overcharge has no visual indicator, but it does the same amount of damage as a level 2 charge. So level 3 is the highest amount of damage you can do. If you overcharge, it does a level 2 damage. This is what overcharge looks like. I'm just holding it, I'm not doing anything. And the hunter will automatically release their charge and it will go overcharge. Don't do overcharging, that's not good Greatsword gameplay. You always want to try and get red charge or level 3, like that. You can do it for every single attack in the Greatsword chain. So you can do it for the first charge slash, you can do it for strong charge slash like this. And if I happen to go all the way up to TCS, like this, I can do a charge TCS. Another thing that can inherit charge is tackle. If I charge up to red here, that tackle will actually do a little bit more damage than the other tackles. Another thing that can inherit charge is something called a jumping wide slash. So after you do a tackle, you can do something called a jumping wide slash. So let's demonstrate right here. So if I go into a tackle, I just press the button again, and then I can do a jumping wide slash. Here they're calling it leaping wide slash in this game. It was called jumping wide slash in the previous games. The nice thing about jumping wide slash is that it allows you to inherit or maintain the charge level that you were charging with while also tackling through the enemy and continuing the attack. So say I'm caught off guard here and the monster attacks me, oh shit, I tackle, and then I do jumping wide slash. And look at that range, it's actually one of the farthest hits for Greatsword. Now, one thing you can do after the first hit in your combo, the draw slash overhead slash, or the second hit in your combo, the strong charge slash, is something called wide slash. Now, there's actually 2 wide slashes. The first wide slash is useless and you should never use it, and it looks like this. And it does very low damage, and the range is pretty good on it, but the damage kind of sucks, and it doesn't have a very important property that I'm going to explain in a second. You can also do a wide slash after the first hit in the combo, like that. Now, the wide slash that you should care about is the wide slash after the strong charge slash, or the second hit in the Greatsword combo, and it looks like this. So, charge slash, second hit, strong charge slash, wide slash. This is called a strong wide slash, and the important thing about the strong wide slash is that it allows you to get extra damage on the enemy. So say you do a 1 hit and 2 hits on the monster and you have a little bit extra time, you can do a strong wide slash. But the thing about the strong wide slash that the wide slash doesn't have is that it can inherit charge levels. All right, so if I go to strong charge slash and I start charging my strong charge slash, I charge it up to red, and then I do this, you notice my hunter glows red when I'm actually doing the strong wide slash, and that's because the strong wide slash, even though it already comes after the strong charge slash, it's already inheriting the charge level of the strong charge slash, so it actually does more damage. So you can actually technically charge the strong wide slash and you get more damage out of that. For the wide slash here, you cannot do that. Like, even if I charge this first hit of my combo to red, and then I do a wide slash here, that's not going to inherit any more damage. It's just going to do the same amount of damage it did at level 0, and it does the same amount of damage as level 3. So that's why I say it's not that good. So a new thing to Monster Hunter Wilds is the charged rising slash. So that move was actually in the previous Monster Hunter games, and it's very situational, right? You just use it to hit monsters that are above you. But in this game, they made a lot of changes to it. So the first change that they made is that they made it chargeable. So I can charge it the same way all the way to level 3. And if you charge it, it's called offset rising slash. That's just semantics. But the cool thing about this move is that you can actually parry monsters with it. So if the blade here makes contact with the active hit box of the monster, then you'll get a parry and you can follow up with a very strong attack. Well, that's a counter. So every weapon has a focus attack, and you do that by pressing L2 and then R1. Now that on its own doesn't look very spectacular, but all the focus attacks have to hit a wound in order for it to do some very special things, and they're actually quite strong with the amount of benefits that they give you. Okay, there's a wound on his head here. Let's see if we can get it. Right there, now you can see that. Oh no, do not get that. So the last thing you can do in this game is guard, and the nice thing about guard is you can do it from sheath or unsheath state, so it's actually a very quick way to unsheath your weapon. The thing about guard though is if you get hit by the enemy, it actually decreases your sharpness. Guardian King Kick, it does some stun damage and does very, very, very little damage, and its range is quite bad, so it's kind of a meme. But you can actually like tackle from a kick and then go straight into a strong shot, but that's getting to advanced territory. So we're gonna end it here. Hope that helped. Thanks for watching.